Hello friends, welcome to this section. Now after installing our WordPress, the next thing that we require to do is install our theme. For that, we will go on the appearance menu and we'll go to the themes tab. For the purpose of this project, I'll be using Astra theme. So I'll click on add new and we'll be looking for Astra. We will be installing this specific theme which is there. You get many results, but this is the true Astra theme which you should be looking for. Once the theme has been installed, we will activate this theme. Now once the theme has been activated, you can see that we have got more options on the left hand side. We have got Astra and we have got theme, customize, widget, menu, theme, file editor, etc. So first of all, we'll go to the Astra dashboards. Now here you can see that there are various options which are available in terms of site identity, header customization or header builder, footer builder. You can customize the color, typography, button, etc. And there are many other options that are available. We will first install the starter template plugin which is there. So we can see on the right hand side, there are a number of plugins, useful plugins that are compatible with Astra that are available for you. So first of all, we require to install the starter templates. We will wait by the time it gets installed. This has been installed and activated. Now we will automatically get redirected to the starter template. There's this video which you can check for more details, but I will skip that part and we will directly click on build your website now. Astra gives you three options: WordPress block editor, Elementor and Beaver builder. My personal preference is always Elementor. However, if you are comfortable with Gutenberg editor, you can definitely select the WordPress block editor. I'll select Elementor. You may not necessarily require the Elementor Pro version for the themes that are recommended in here. Now here you have a list of websites which you can choose from: agency, restaurant, hotel, travel, construction, local business, personal care, professional. But since we are building up an e-commerce website, we will be looking at the e-commerce options that are available. Under e-commerce, there are two options. One is you can have an online shopping site or you can have an e-learning website as well, where you can have your online courses, course marketplace, LMS, whatever you are wishing to have. So let me just select the online shop option, and here we will have all the options that are available under that segment. To make things easier, there are some premium themes which are available as well. So if you are looking for a very specific design, you can always go with the premium themes as well. Let's look at the clothing store options that are available. Now here we have got a brand store, Be Bold, eyewear store. Okay, these two are premiums. We have got a organic store that is there. So we will be selecting the brand store to set up our shop. This is how it is. Here you can upload your customized logo. You can select the logo width, etc. etc. However, for this section, I will skip that part. So I'll just click on skip and continue. I'll use the default color scheme. If you want to change something, you can definitely select from the wide variety of color options that are available. However, I will stick to the default ones. You also get an option to change the font if you want. Lato looks good to me, so I will continue with the same option. This is one step which you require to take where you'll fill up your information as in your name, your work email ID. I'm a beginner expert. This is just a survey which they are doing to understand more about you. I agree to receive news letters. So if you want, you can also sign up for their newsletter as well. Okay, import customizer setting, import widgets, install required plugins, import content, share non-sensitive data. I can uncheck the last option as I do not wish to share the information with them. But apart from that, rest looks good. Now I can click on submit and build my site. We will wait for this process to get completed. We'll post the recording in the meantime. Once it is installed, you can see the congratulation message. Your website is ready and it took 1.21 minutes to build it. So I'll just click on view your website, and here we can see the entire dummy store has been created and set up. We'll cover more about this in the next section. Now that our theme is ready, we will go back in the WooCommerce and we will look at the payment gateway settings. So first of all, you require to go towards the left hand side, and here you can see the WooCommerce menu. This is your main menu where you will have all the WooCommerce related options coming up. These days they've extended it to products, analytics and marketing, where you will have more options related to the products. Here you can add new products, you can add categories to the products, you can check the analytics of your WooCommerce store. How many orders are you getting? What is your revenue? Last is marketing, where you can have the coupon codes generated, which can help you get more clients based on the discount offer, etc. So we'll be looking at all those options which are there. For now, you can go to WooCommerce, and here we will go to the settings tab. Once you click on it, you will see a range of menu on the top of it, like general, products, shipping, payment, account and privacy, emails, integration, and advanced settings. Let's look at all of them one by one. First comes your general settings. Okay, now there are certain notifications that are there. I'll just skip them. General settings give your store address. For example, where is your business located? Address line 1, 2, you can enter the city, state, country. You've got a lot of countries to select from, right from your USA to Australia to India to Argentina, whatever country you want, you can set it up here. Next, you have to select an option of where are you planning to sell? Selling locations. Sell to all countries. If your website is a global website, you will be selecting this option of sell to all countries. Otherwise, you will sell to all countries except for, so let's say you're selling to all the countries except for Russia. So you will be selecting sell to all countries except for Russia. Okay. If you don't have any such criteria and you want to just sell to a specific country, you can also select that here. So you may select, let's say for example, United States, that you are just selling in USA. So you can restrict your options based on this. People from the other country will not be able to make a purchase from your website if this country has been selected here. I'll remove this for now since it's a dummy store that we are working with. I will uh, not enable any of these options. Default customer location. No location by default. Shop country region. Geolocation. Geolocate with page caching support. So this option is again you can keep it as shop country slash region. Next is enable taxes. Let's say if you want to show taxes separately to your customers, you will require to enable this option. As soon as you enable this option and you save the changes, you will be able to see that a new tax tab has been integrated in WooCommerce in the WooCommerce settings. We will look for taxation in more details in the following videos. Enable use of coupon codes. If you do not want your website to provide any coupon codes to your customers, you can uncheck this option. I would recommend to keep this on because coupon codes is a way to attract more customers to your store. Currency, we can keep it USA. You can position it left, right, wherever you please to. You have other options also which are available, such as your Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, Indian rupee, and so on and so forth. But we will keep the currency as USA itself. Thousand separator, decimal separator, number of decimals, all these things can be managed from here. We will quickly save this setting here. The second tab is for that of the products. Now this will be your store page. So wherever you want your store to be enabled or displayed, you will select that page here. Let me give you an example. Like here, if we click on everything, which means all the products, it takes us to a store URL. So our URL is shop.agency7.xyz slash index.php slash store. We can get rid of this index.php. We will talk about it in one of the later sections. This store page cannot be directly edited. It will display all the products which are listed in your store by default. You can filter them based on the price and also based on the categories. There is an option to add more filters here. We will be exploring them in the following sections. Add to cart behavior, redirected redirect to the cart page after successful addition. This is generally recommended where you are selling one product on your website or it's a course selling website. Enable Ajax add to cart button on archives. You can enable this thing. Placeholder image. This is the image which will come by default on the products which have no images. This is something you can leave it blank or keep it whatever default number is there. Weight unit can be managed here. Enable review. If you do not want people to be giving reviews on your store page, you can disable this. Otherwise, you can enable this as well. Enable star rating on review. Star rating should be required, not optional. So these are the review options that are there. These were the general shop page options. Then we can see the inventory option. So I'll need to save this. I'll just save this. Then we have got a inventory option. So enable stock management, hold stock minutes. Okay. Hold stock for unpaid orders for X minutes. Notification, enable low stock notification, enable out of stock notification. So basically, if you're dealing in physical goods, this is something which you can manage from here. Downloadable products, force download them. So basically, if you're selling ebooks and you want users to download the ebooks after they are purchasing it, then you can select this option. Approved download directories. So there are directories which are approved already. And then we have got advanced options. Enable table usage, use the product attributes, lookup table for catalog filtering. So these are advanced options. I would not recommend changing these from the default settings that they have. This was with your general and product settings. With more, we will see you in the next video. Hi everyone. In this section, we will be looking at the payment gateway options with WooCommerce. So first, let's look at the default options that are there. Once you click on the payment tab and scroll down, you can see that there are three options at the bottom of WooCommerce. One is direct bank transfers, second is check payments, and third is cash on delivery. Cash on delivery means the user will make the payment to you once you deliver the goods to them. They will be paying by cash. Check payments, it means that the user will courier you the check or deposit the check into your bank account and make the payments to you. Direct bank transfer means the user will do NEFT or net banking transfer to your bank account. For cash on delivery, you do not require to have any settings. If we just click on the manage, we can just see some instructions which are there. We can also enable some shipping methods here if we want to. We will talk more about shipping methods in one of the following sections. Instructions and descriptions can be mentioned here. So this is one of the straightforward options available. The second option, that is check payments. Let's go and see what are the options available there. Here also you have the description and the instructions mentioned here. So you can enter the information that is necessary for the user to know and he can follow the instructions. The third options, direct bank transfer. When we enable this and go to finish setup, we'll be able to see some different layout. Here, we not only have to give the instructions, but we also need to click on add account, where we can enter the account name, the account number, the bank name, the routing number, IBAN, BIC, and SWIFT. So basically, once you enter all this information, you can save the details here. This will enable the user to make and transfer into this account. More on this in the next section. In this section, we will be integrating PayPal with our e-commerce website so that users can use their credit cards or PayPal accounts to make the payment to purchase the product. First of all, I'll click on Add New and I will look for PayPal WooCommerce plugin. I co- I'll come across a lot of options. However, I'll select this first one as I can see it has 8,000 plus active installs and good amount of ratings as well. There are few more plugins, but they don't have a very great ratings, so I'll ignore those. I'll click on install now and I'll wait for the plugin to be installed. Once the plugin is installed, I can activate it. As soon as you activate the plugin, you'll see a small notice and you can just close it there. Now here in my WooCommerce tab, I'm able to see PayPal by payment plugin option enabled here by default. Next, I'll click on the settings tab. Production will be the environment. We can also select sandbox as an environment as well. The difference between production and sandbox is sandbox is mainly used for testing purposes, whereas production is used to start accepting live payments. Click to connect. So we can simply click to connect here. I'm assuming you already have a PayPal account and you will be redirected and asked to log in into that account. Okay, I'll enter my existing email ID and I'll select my location. It is asking me for some more information. I think I require to go back and redo the process. Let me do it in production. I'll just click here to connect again. It is asking my email ID and location. I'll just click on next. I'll just now it has redirected me to the login page. So I already have an account and in the previous step it was asking me to create a new account. That's why we restarted this process. Once you sign in, it will ask you to grant permission to the website. Once you do that, your PayPal connection is automatically done. Your production client ID, your production serial key, etc. Everything has been automatically set up here. Now let's test our integration. Let me just go to the main website here. Let me click on everything, which will take me to the all product stores. Let me click on this black hoodie. I'll click on add to cart. I'll just click on view cart. Okay, we have got two products added. The sum comes to $300. I'll click on checkout. Now I've got my information pre-filled here. Now here we can see we've got three options that are there. Direct bank transfer. Okay, and if I select that, it gives the instructions that we have posted there. Check payments. It again gives us the instructions which we have posted in the page. And third is cash on delivery. Okay, we are not seeing the PayPal option. We will examine that. But first, let me just place the order with the cash on delivery. And we can see that all those three payment methods are working quite as expected. Let's just go back here. We can see that the PayPal has been integrated. Let me go to the settings tab and payments. And here we can see that I have yet not enabled this option here. So now I'm enabling this option and I will go back to save changes. Now I don't think there should be an issue in making the payment via PayPal. Let me select this blue denim shorts in this case. Let me click on add to cart. Okay, I'll go to view cart, checkout, and here we can see the PayPal option coming out here. Click the PayPal button below to proceed. So I'll click here. It will open the PayPal website and it says you are logging into the account of the seller of this purchase. Please change your information and try again. So basically I'm already logged in here in PayPal. So let me just go to an incognito window and select that option again. So here again I'll select women. I'll click on one of the options. I'll like the black one. I'll add to cart. Click on view cart, checkout, and here I'll select the PayPal option and it will ask me to log into my PayPal account to make the payment, or I can also select pay with debit or credit card. And in this manner, I will be able to complete my purchase. With this, we conclude the payment gateway section of this course. See you in the next section. In this video, we are going to talk about the email settings. So in WooCommerce, there is in the setting tab, you can see there is an email tab. Now by default, all your notifications will be sent to the email from where you have configured this. For example, if there is a new order, you will be notified on your main email address. Similarly, if you have cancelled order, what exactly is a cancelled order? Somebody is trying to make the payment, but he or she stops in middle way and abandons the cart, stops making the payment. So that order goes as a cancelled order. Then we have got failed order. Failed order means the user entered the wrong credit card details and the payment got failed or rejected from the bank. So this is how all the notifications will be sent to your respective email IDs. Now let's say if you want to add more interns or maybe more employees to this notification, you can simply click on the manage icon here on the right hand side, and from there you can add as many email IDs as you want. You just need to make sure you add them by separate comma separated thing. So for example, I can add one more email ID, that is help at the rate academy365.net, and I can simply save the changes. So this way, all the emails of new orders will not only go on my Gmail ID but will also come on my academy365.net email ID as well. So this is how your notifications are managed. Now let us look at what order email does the customer get. So here there are different types of status like order on hold, processing order, order on hold, completed order, refunded order, customer invoice, order details, etc. All these emails go to the customer. By customer, we mean the person who is making the payment. Whatever email ID he or she enters during the checkout, that email ID is being sent the email to. Let's take an example of the processing order. We can simply edit the layout by clicking on Manage. Once you click on Manage, you can just scroll down and you will be able to see the location where this template is there. If you want to make any changes to this template or edit this template, first you require to click on Copy File to Theme. Okay, this will automatically copy the template file into your local theme. Once that is done, you can see the location of your theme file: Astra slash word WooCommerce slash emails slash customer processing order.php. Now, this is very much recommended because in case you upgrade WooCommerce, your template will get edited. So that's why it's important to copy the template file, email template file, into your theme folder, which you can directly do from this panel itself, and you don't have to go through the H panels or C panels or FTP. You can also view this template. When you click on view this template, you will be able to see a lot of coding in here, which will be, some of them will be your PHP coding. Okay, if you're not well versed with this, you can simply leave it as blank. Okay, and do not make any changes to this. Otherwise, if you know a little bit of PHP, you know where the important code lies or how you can echo maybe your HTML, you can definitely make some changes to it. For example, adding some instruction to the email, etc., can be done here. But I highly recommend only touch this file if you're well versed with PHP or HTML. Otherwise, you can take some expert help or you can use some external third-party plugin to edit this. Here you can see the email type. So there is HTML and there is plain text. So it's recommended to have it in a HTML format. But just in case if you want, you can also select a plain text here. Okay. When you select plain text, it will not allow you to edit it. In HTML, it will allow you to edit this specific thing. Okay, I beg your pardon. In the plain text also, you can edit the template. You'll require to recopy the file to the theme. So I'll copy the file to the theme again. And here I can click on view template. And here we have got the plain text template that is there. However, You will require to have some knowledge of PHP and HTML to edit this. By plain text, it will only change the output of the order email received. We will soon be looking into that, how this mail appears in your inbox when we are selecting a HTML mailer. That's all for this part. We will see you in the next section with more videos. In this video, we are going to talk about the shipping zone and shipping classes in WooCommerce. So let me just give you a brief about what exactly are we talking about. Obviously, since you have an e-commerce website, you require to ship goods across a specific country or across the globe. Now, your shipping charges or your courier charges will be different for different locations. So, your first step will be you require to define the shipping zones from the shipping zone tab here. So, you can come here on shipping zone and you can click on add shipping zone. Preferably, you can have one local zone, okay? And let's say if it is your uh, New York, so let's say your New York, USA is your local zone. You can save these changes here, okay? And you can add one more shipping zone. And for that, I'll have to click here on the shipping zones link. And we will add one more shipping zone. And this can be named as national. Again, here you can select the entire country. You don't have to select individual states because except for New York, all the other states will be considered as national. I'll just save this option. Okay, now one straightforward thing is you can define the shipping method in both of this. So let's say for example, you can add flat rate to it and then you can click on add method. So a flat rate is added, whether it is taxable or not taxable, you can define this and you can write a cost. So let's say for every delivery, you are charging $10 of your shipping charges and then you can save this. This is one simple way of doing it if you are dealing in one set of products and services. So let's say for example, if I am always selling shoes and I'm not selling any other products, then this method really works well for me. But what say say what if I am dealing in different types of products? Like I'm selling laptops on my website, I'm selling shoes on my website, I'm selling t-shirts on my website. In those cases, this method may not work because you may want to charge a specific amount for laptop shipping and you may have to want to charge a little lesser amount for shoes for shipping shoes. So that's why what I'll do is I'll delete this and then I'll go to the shipping classes. I'll go to the shipping classes tab here. Okay, let me save this changes first. I'll just click on save changes and then we'll go to shipping classes. Now here we can add different shipping classes here. So I'll just click on add shipping classes. I'll give it a label, let's say laptops. I'll click on save shipping classes. I'll add one more. I'll give the name here as shoes. Similarly, you can add all your products under the various shipping classes and those will be reflected in your shipping zone. So now we'll go back to shipping zones. Here we can see the two zones. One is your local, New York, and second is national, the entire country. I'll click on edit. Now I will add a shipping method here. When I add a shipping method here, it will ask me whether it's a free shipping, local pickup. So optionally, if it is a local shipping, you can set it as free shipping as well. If you want, you can add flat rate. Now when I click on add shipping, I get the flat rate here. If I click on edit, now I'm seeing more than just one options. I'm seeing the laptop shipping class cost, and maybe I will charge $15 for that. And for shoes, I'll charge $10. And let's say if there's a product, it has none of these classes added to it, maybe I'll charge $5 for it. Okay. Now there are two options per order. Charge shipping for the most expensive shipping class. This is one option which you can select, or charge shipping for each shipping class individually. So you can charge for individual items, or you can charge it for the most expensive item. You can take a call on that. And rest, I'll just click on save here. Similarly, I can go back to the shipping zones, and in national, I can click on edit. I can add the shipping method here. I'll click on flat rate, click on edit. Laptop, again, I'll do $20. Shoes, I will do maybe $15. No class, I will do $10. Okay. Again, I'll keep this same. Charge shipping for each shipping class individually. And then I will save this option. This is how you can set up your shipping class in WooCommerce. When we are working around the product section, we will exactly see how this reflects in your checkout page as well. See you in the next section. In this video, we are going to talk about the text settings in the WooCommerce. So, we'll just go to the text tab. If you do not already see this tab here, first of all, you'll require to go to General, and you require to enable tax rates and calculation, and click on save changes. Unless you do this, you will not be able to see the text settings which are here. When you click on the text tab, there are four options that you will be seeing. One is text options, standard rates, reduced rate rates, zero rate rates, etc. Now these rates are defined here: reduced rates, zero rates. If let's say, for example, if you want to remove reduced rate, you can simply remove it from here, and you can click on save changes. So then you will be able to see only two tabs, that is your standard rates and your zero rate rates. Okay, now we can rename to this to zero so that it sounds better: zero rates and standard rates. Okay. So first option is price entered with text. Yes, I will enter the prices inclusive of text. Generally, people do not do that. People exclusively apply taxes above the product item, because that makes the calculation easier. The buyer also knows that, okay, fine, what is the percentage of tax that they're paying. Ca- uh, Calculate tax based on customer shipping address or billing address. So basically you have an option to change it from customer billing address, shop base address, or shipping address. So we'll keep it standard, we'll keep it shipping address in here. Shipping tax classes, standard or zero. So do you want to apply taxes on your shipping classes. So in my case, I do not want to do that. So I will select 0 here. Round tax to subtotal level instead of rounding per line. So this is okay. This is your individual choice. You can consult your financial advisory for this. Display pricing in the shop excluding text. So this is what I personally prefer. Display prices during the cart and checkout, excluding text. Price display suffix. So define the text to show after your product prices. So for example, if you're charging VAT, you can name it as VAT. If you're charging GST, you can name it as GST. Whatever you're charging, you can uh, add that text there. Display text total itemized as a single total. So I think itemized looks better. Okay, once your setting is done here, you can simply click on save changes. Then we can go to the standard rates. Zero rates, as the term suggests, will not be taxable. Okay, here we can insert a row. We'll have to click on insert row. We can select the country, the state code, the zip code, the city, the rate that we want to charge. So let's say, for example, if you want to charge 5%, and what is the name of it? Is it VAT? Is it text, etc.? Priority. Priority applies when you want to charge two different tax rates for the same location. So, in those cases, you will require to give a different priority. If you're giving the same priority, only one tax class will be picked up and will be charged on the product. Let's just look at this. Choose a priority for this tax rate. Only one matching rate per priority will be used. To define multiple tax rates for a single area, you need to specify a different priority per rate. So let's say, for example, if I want to charge 5% of VAT and I want to charge a 5% of GST as well. So I'm just giving a hypothetical example. I'm very bad with finance, so don't take it literally. So in this case, I will give it a different priority. Okay. Shipping, choose whether or not this tax rate also gets applied on shipping. We do not want to apply it on shipping, and that's it. And we can simply click on save changes. Since the priority is different, both VAT and GST will be applied to the products. In the product page, you'll require to edit it though. So taxable, and you'll need to make sure the status is taxable and you are selecting standard tax. So we can just update this once and I'll just show you if it's working as expected. So standard rate is there, and we will just copy this, copy link address. We'll go to incognito mode. Let's just add it to cart, and here we can see 5% VAT has been added and 5% GST has also been added. If we remove one of the classes, it will apply only the VAT or GST, whatever it is. If you want to remove the row, simply click here and click on remove selected row, and then you can save the changes. Hope you learned something new in this section. See you in the next section.